Good morning and welcome to Begin in the Word. Our text today comes from the Old Testament book of poetry, Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1. Solomon says, "A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver and gold." Today's proverb is another one of the proverbs that is a standalone proverb. It is profound in its truth. It is not part of a larger grouping of proverb, and has great value to look at it in a standalone way. This proverb, like all the other proverbs we've looked at, is a two-part phrase, parallel phrases. The first phrase, "A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches." The second phrase, "And favor is better than silver and gold." Let's take a moment to look at the breakdown of the language to help us understand the meaning of the proverb. Each half of the phrase, or each one of the two phrases, has four words. The first phrase has the word which loosely translates as more desired or greater desire. It has the word for name, the word for wealth, and the word for great. And when you look at the phrase, the English translation, "A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches," you see how those four words were turned into our several words that we have. The second phrase, the word better, favor, silver, gold. A person might be tempted when they look at this to say, "Oh, I think this might be a merismus." We've talked about that before. A merismus is a proverb where each half has exactly the same count of words. And that works here because each half has four. This first grouping has 1, 2, 3, 4 words. And the second half of the phrase has 1, 2, 3, and 4 words. But the other thing that is true about a merismus is that each word is reflected or reflexive of a word in the second phrase. And you might say that of a couple of these words. Better and more desired seem to go together. They seem to be similar words. Name and favor seems to go together. But great wealth and silver gold really don't work together. Silver and gold is all really a counterpart to wealth. The word great really doesn't have a counterpart in the second part of the proverb. So this really isn't a merismus. It's just a parallel proverb. Each phrase saying something, saying it in the same truth, but in a different way. So with that in mind, let's think a little bit about what it is saying. Think about a good name rather than great riches. You ever sit and daydream about what would happen if you were to win the lottery, or find out you had a wealthy family member that left you several $1,000,000, or some other action that just surprised you with great riches? If you're like me and you've had this pleasant daydream, you think about it for a little bit and you begin to think about all the things you would do, and the next thing you know, you can waste a lot of time just imagining how nice it would be. And indeed, great riches can bring certain comforts to life. Let me ask you, what if you spent as much time daydreaming about having a good name? You might ask, what does it mean to have a good name? A good name, as we will learn in the next day or so, is an idiom. It's a way of saying something else. It's not like one person's name is good and another person's name is not good in terms of what their name actually is, but no, rather, good name is another way of saying a good reputation, that people hold you in high respect and in high regard. And a good name is not something that just comes upon you, like the lottery or like the passing of a wealthy family member. No, a good name is something that is only achieved by being earned. You've got to work at it a long time, and you have to have good behavior over and over and over again so that the people around you will hear your name and say, oh, I know that person. That person is a person of great reputation. And because of that, they will have favor on you. This is the parallel phrase. So this good name, this good reputation that you have that is so difficult to earn, it's to be chosen. It's what you want, because when you have that, you have favor. And that's much better than silver, gold, or wealth can ever be. Think about a couple of examples. These two photographs represent people that are generally well known. Good name, a good reputation, and favor, good reputation. Both of these phrases are telling us about having a good reputation. What do you think when you see or hear about Adolf Hitler? Adolf Hitler is arguably one of the most hated men in the world. It was through his leadership, through his fascism in Europe, that brought us to World War II. Countless people died, endless human suffering, and it was one of the first technological wars, so it brought us, at the conclusion of the war, the atomic bomb. Hitler killed, just because of their race and their ethnicity, he killed Jews and Christians and others. He had a horrible reputation. He was not one that had a good reputation. On the other hand, think of Abraham Lincoln. Mr. Abraham Lincoln is a man that is cited very often today in the political arena. Everybody wants to say that they are like Abraham Lincoln. People quote Abraham Lincoln's speeches quite often. He was a great speech giver. Abraham Lincoln did some at the time, very unpopular things in our country politically. Yet it was for, most believe, the greater good. And indeed, he did accomplish many great things in his tenure as president. He was hated, but he also was a man of good reputation. Think about the sacrifice that it took for him to earn that good reputation. He was ultimately assassinated for having done some of the things he did. A good name, favor among people, a good reputation does not come easy. It's difficult. For you to have a good reputation with the people around you doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a week. It doesn't happen in a year. It happens of a lifetime of solid decision making, saying the right things, taking the right actions, living a sound, fundamentally ethical life, sacrificing when sacrifice is required, giving when giving is required. And the problem with a good reputation, it can go away in just a moment. Think about our presidents that have been caught up in scandal. Think about any other leader that was generally loved until all of a sudden something was found out. They had done something bad. That reputation comes tumbling to the ground. A good reputation, a good name, is a difficult currency to come by. It is a currency that will get you more than any money, gold, or silver will ever. It's a currency that is so easy to lose, but it is the most valuable currency known to man. It's worth every effort it takes to achieve a good name and favor